My name's Dave Imber. I'm the vice president of CigarClub.com and the creator of CigarClub Customs. I initially got into cigars back when I just turned 18, and I grew up watching my dad smoke cigars with his friends for business meetings or just when we'd be on vacation at the beach as a family. He was what I would call an occasional cigar smoker, but it was always something that I looked at the people that he was with, and it was that common thread in those conversations or in those moments. So as soon as I turned 18, I was like, man, I'm gonna go grab a cigar. And I still remember it. I think my first ever cigar was like an Evo Classic that some guy at a cigar shop handed to me. And if I recall correctly, he looked at me and said, I'm pretty sure I have boxers older than you. So here's a cutter, a lighter, don't inhale this, and enjoy your first cigar. Our process with CigarClub Customs is something that I think is really unique, especially when you consider that I have no business working in cigars or being in the cigar industry. There's no family lineage. I didn't know anybody in cigars until I walked in to actually the factory that we're standing in right now in Key West, Florida, Rodriguez Cigars. It was back in 2019, and I was down here for work outside of cigars. I ended up walking into Rodriguez to get a cigar and met the owner of Rodriguez Cigars, Danny DeFabio, right before they closed, and I'll never forget it. It was about a minute before they were closing up. I rushed in, I'm like, I just need a couple cigars. And about 3 hours later, I walked out of that shop. What had happened was I met someone who was extremely passionate about what they do, about cigars, about teaching people about cigars and why it's such an amazing thing, an amazing elixir, an amazing product that spans hundreds of hands in many different countries and eventually lands up in our hands as consumers. Danny invited me in. We went and sat back right behind me on the chairs that the rollers sit in. And we started talking about life and smoking cigars, and we started drinking rum and just hanging out and having a great time. I was somebody that, again, just walked in from out of town and got this full experience that was raw and organic. And from that moment on, I remember just falling in love with the cigar industry. And Danny's been a person that's introduced me to what it's like to be at a factory. He took us, me and our founder, Jeff, to Nicaragua for the first time in 2020, right before the pandemic, and showed us the fields and the barns where the tobacco's cured and all of the rollers and the whole process of what goes into making it. It was through those shared experiences that started right here at Rodriguez Cigars that the idea for CigarClub Customs and sharing new blends with our Cigar Club family and now here with Manor, all of you watching this, that's how this all started and how these ideas came of the old way that they used to make cigars and share cigars with friends and family and businessmen and women that would exchange custom blended cigars. I'm by no means a cigar blender or maker. I'm someone who gets the privilege, and it a lot of times seems like I'm dreaming, but I get to work with people who are that and who say, hey Dave, come to the factory, I'll show you how to make cigars, or come smoke this and try this tobacco and try this leaf, and this is why this one tastes like this, and this is why we blend these two together, what do you think? And from that learning process, you end up creating, I think, really amazing things. So relationships and always being able and willing to learn, those two pieces I think are crucial to being in the cigar industry. My name is Dave Imber, and I'm the featured maker in your Manor box.